Sherry J. Hill here again. We're going to talk about the job kit. Today we're talking about equipment. This is it. So basically our job kit and pieces of equipment are carried in two bags. The first bag is this little bag. This is all of your disposable stuff, your garbage bag, your garbage cans, all the extra things that we give you so that when you do an activation or event, you have pretty much everything you need to be self-contained. We try not to bother the stores for a whole bunch of things. So this allows us to come in, really pretty much introduce ourselves, get set up, and get going really quickly. I'll go through the contents of this in just a second. I want to walk through what it's like to walk in a store. So I'm going to pretend that I've just taken these items out of my car and I'm going to find a shopping cart. Notice that this is a small size shopping cart. A lot of the stores are going to this style of cart. The best way to carry the bag into the store in this small size, mini size cart, it will fit in most of them. Some of the smaller carts, you have to sit it sideways, but I'll show you how I carry it in. So I'm going to put this down. And I'm going to lift this. It looks big and heavy, but it's really only 22 pounds, and there's a little handle right here. These bags aren't like, super invincible, so don't snatch it around if you don't have to. Definitely, I wouldn't pick the whole weight up by this little end piece, but the big carry, you can pick it up and you put it in the cart. Remember to put this down so you don't have to struggle with that when you're lifting this heavy thing. So the little bag's in there. The big bag is in there, and you just take the little bag and you sit it on top of it. It usually slides right like that. And you go into the store, you push the cart into the store, you find the manager or the person in the line. Try to walk over to wherever you see the display of the product that we're representing. I'll send you pictures of every product so you know what the bottles look like. Usually there'll be a couple of cases, at least 4 cases, 6, sometimes 10, sometimes 20, depends on the supplier, how big this, the display is. But try to find the display in the store, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to set up right in front of that or really near that. So you roll the cart in, you introduce yourself to the manager or the category manager or the person in charge of the department, and you tell them that you're with Concentric, you're here to do a demo, and you're representing whatever the brand is, and I'll give you all of that. And they tell you where to set up, and then you go in. I like to find out if they have samples already set aside, reserved, or if I need to pull from the shelf. It doesn't really matter to us, but they have protocols, so we need to be mindful of whatever it is they're trying to accomplish with reimbursement for samples. Sometimes they put our products, if they're like a white wine or a sangria, sometimes they'll put it in the cool box for us, which is awesome because we have nice cold wine to serve. Not all places do that. It's kind of a special, really nice thing if they do that, so we don't expect it. The first thing I do is ask them where the ice is, and I go and I get my ice and I start cooling bottles while I'm setting up my table if I don't have any cold ice products in the ice box. If I do, I get my ice last. So that's kind of the rhythm of it. Ice can be very tricky in these places. The ice machines are like these big gargantuan weird monsters. If you have any doubt about what to do or you have questions, ask someone in the store. It's their house. We don't want to break anything. We don't want to do anything wrong. It's okay to be a little bit helpless the first time you go in and say, hey, I need ice. Could you help me? They love us when we come in. They know we're coming to sell products, so it's not an imposition for them to help us get ice. Because trust me, we bring in everything else. We don't ask them for anything. The only thing we're going to need from them is ice. So that's the way that it goes. So, all right, let's just pull this out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and set this table up and show you how to do that. It's going to be really quick. I got a squeaky cart. I'm going to take these things and set them aside. I'm assuming I have products in the cold box so I don't have to run and try to go get ice really quickly. But if that's the case, that's the case. We'll go get ice and set the bucket aside and put 2 bottles or whatever we have to chill and get it chilling. But I'm going to put this down and I'm going to show you how to set up the CPI high top tasting table. The table's great. It really is. It's very different than anything I've seen other people using because we can store product on it and we create a self-contained, and look, I'm using the edge of the cart so I don't have to free lift this. Do this. This makes this so much easier. Use the cart for leverage. All right, now this bag's dirty because the floor in here is really dusty. Usually the bags aren't that dirty. If it gets dirty, feel free to wipe it off with something black, probably one of the napkins in the kit. All right, here's how it goes.